Parents' fear of disciplining their children could be partly to blame for last summer's riots. That's according to a Labour MP. David Lammy, whose Tottenham constituency is where the trouble began, says the laws on smacking should be relaxed. He says parents should be able to instil discipline without fear of prosecution. Our senior correspondent Ian Woods reports now from Tottenham.
In a church in the heart of Tottenham, a few yards from where last August's riot began, parents and their children attend a lively Sunday worship. The guest of honour is the local Labour MP, who says tougher discipline at a young age could have prevented teenagers being drawn into violence.
I can only say what parents have said to me, and they've said, look, if I'm living on the 15th floor of a tower block, I've got 3 kids, I'm on my own, there are drugs outside the window, gangs, I want to be able to determine what's right for my children and whether I smack them or not.
This is a community with a tradition of instilling discipline in their children, and there's broad, though not universal, support for smacking.
I never think parents should smack in anger. I think it must be done in love. I think the parent, if you do it in anger, then you're likely to go too far. You must do it in love, and it must be measured as well.
There needs to be discipline, but I don't smack. Maybe simply my dad didn't smack me, so I find it hard.
I don't believe in battering my child, but it's a case where how do you teach a child right from wrong?
There's no law banning smacking outright, but guidelines followed by social workers define excessive punishment as that which reddens the skin. Black parents say that's meaningless to them. And only last week, one local mother found out the cost of smacking her daughter.
The daughter went to school, and in the course of conversation, it came out that she was smacked. The police went to that house, picked the daughter and the brother, her brother, took them away from the mother, and for several days, the mother was not able to see her own child.
The pastor's 9-year-old daughter wanted to have her say on the issue. What would you think if your daddy smacked you if you did something wrong?
Well, I would understand that I shouldn't do it anymore because he only smacks me because he loves me.
But children's charities are resolutely opposed to such measures.
There's no getting away from the fact that smacking is a form of violence that hurts, humiliates and harms children. It instills fear rather than understanding, and I think it teaches them to be more aggressive, not less aggressive.
No one here is suggesting that more smacking could have prevented these disturbances, but some parents we spoke to felt that they risk being criminalised for trying to keep children out of trouble.
I talk to my child, I sit down and I try to reason with them. I actually explain to them exactly why it is I'm smacking them. But in the end of the day, at the end, they get a clear understanding of the fact that what they've done is wrong.
But when the authorities fail to intervene in cases of serious child abuse, like that which resulted in the death of baby Peter, there's an even greater outcry. What starts as a smack can become a punch. But when it's time for children to face the music, parents still want the right to enforce discipline. Ian Woods, Sky News, Tottenham.
Well, let's take a look at some of this morning's